Morning everybody, it is Saturday morning and yet again it is raining. I thought I would do a bit of recording today just to show you guys what my weekends are like a little bit. I don't want to bore you too much, but with the work related stuff. So it never stops, it just becomes part of your life when you're self-employed. So I'm just off quoting now. I've got 3 quotes, 1 in Baseford, 2 in Gedling. Got 2 tomorrow morning, I believe. I think Lucia has decided she's going to come with me today. Bugsy can't come, can you, today? He's got to stay home and look after the house.
No, Bugsy.
He's got to sit at the window woofing, haven't you, mate? Look at you, big soft soul. Look at you. So Cheer's coming, Paige is coming. Say hi.
Hi.
And then what we normally do is we do a few quotes, then we find something to entertain ourselves. So we go get a coffee or we have a little bit of breakfast somewhere or something. So integrate it, work into part of our weekend. So, yep, I'd love to just have Saturdays off, toss it off, do anything I feel like doing, a few hobbies, a little part-time job or something. But I can't, because I've got a job to do. So we're just jumping in the car now. I don't know if you can hear, but it's raining pretty heavily. Yeah, it's not a problem. I'm used to it. Don't bother me. It's a bit difficult for the homeowners when we're quoting if they have to stand outside. I try and get them to stay in the doorway so they don't get wet. Also, writing in your diary can become a bit problematic, so I find that I have to do it in my phone digitally, type it in. Otherwise, it gets the ink, ruins the diary, which is a nightmare. So here she is. Queen Cheapy, Queen of the Pixies. Oh, we need the iPad, don't we? God forbid we didn't have the iPad attached to our brain for 10 minutes. I don't mind it, keeps it quiet, doesn't it? What are you watching?
TikTok.
TikTok? What you watching? TikTok? We're going to watch TikTok and make us way there. Okay, so we've just pulled up at the first quote. I've got here a little bit early, to be honest. I've not took into account weekend traffic at this time of the day, which is 10 to 8. It is quiet. So we've got here in minutes. So anyway, I'm going to jump out the car and go measure this up. Might be difficult to record. I don't really do much recording before I've got a job or before I've really had a chance to talk about it with the customers because they might not like it. But I'll ask them, see what they say. So, and also while we've been driving here, Paige and Lucia have been non-stop farting in the car. So they've like hotboxed me. It's a bit like a Dutch oven in here. So I'm going to get out now because it absolutely stinks. Okay, so nice steady one. There's some work at the back I'm not going to show you, but nice steady one, first quote. Just in addition to the driveway, a lot of these new builds, they will build and just sort of like, I don't keep costs back, fair play. They've got a big enough drive for 2 vehicles. And obviously they just want this bit paving as well. So that is that for the first one. It is absolutely siling it down with rain. Like it's a nightmare. I'm trying to find the funny side of it, but it's beginning to piss me off, if I'm honest. Like I've had a fucking enough. Need to invest in a good set of waterproofs, I think. Right, so I'm back in where it's warm. Paige ain't talking to me because I made the fart joke. Just to put it out there, she doesn't fart. She's a lady. Or poo.
I can't speak for Lucia. I don't think she's my child.
Don't think she's very ladylike, are you? Whoa. But yeah, so yeah, anyway, on to the next quote. Yeah, we'll see you guys there. Okay, so we've just arrived at second quote. the key in my battery in my keys running out something, so my car keeps beeping me to death. Anyway, I'm going to jump out again. It's continuing to rain. It is not stopping. I'm going to jump out, get this measured up quick as I can, and get on to the next one. Now, this is the kind of job I'm talking about. If every job was like this, I'd be an happy man. This is what I call a bread and butter job. Hedge out, dig the whole thing out, new edging across the front, pave it, done in been 4 days that. I love these kind of jobs. These are brilliant. This size, shape, everything. Right, so I am back in the car. I'm now completely drenched. I hope the customers are a bit forgiving because the weather is absolutely shit, so I can't hang around talking. I don't want to go in the house, I'm already drenched. So right, we'll get moving on to the next. Third and final quote, we've just arrived. It is raining, it is horrible. We're gonna get out of the car, it's nice and warm in here, but we're gonna get out and we're gonna measure this one up, and we're gonna get it priced up and we're gonna get it done. So I shall show you the job in a sec. Ooh. So this one's an interesting one, little patio area. However, the only access we've got is from this car park. So what we're gonna have to try and do is pull a lorry up here, crane and load the materials down here. So I just need to make phone calls, see if we can do that without a crane, or we can use the cranes on the lorries. But yeah, it's a nice little job, that one, just this triangle area here, patio. So, and that is me done for today. I swear to God, I'm destined to have curtains my whole life. I'm going back to it, man. So we're done. Right. Where are you two taking me for breakfast then?
Mackie's.
Mackie's? No, not having normal Mackie's trumps in the car. Gross.
Oh, Mackie's.
Why do children love Mackie's? It's like the most, like, I can understand a burger, right? But there's some places that do like some good burgers, right? Especially in Nottingham, we've got some fantastic burger places. Any burger people are watching in Nottingham, give us a ring and we'll come and film and eating burgers. We want free burgers, that's what we want now. Where are we going for breakfast?
I don't know.
Fancy like a greasy spoon, me, you know, like Colton Calf or something.
Mackie's.
Not going Mackie's. Right guys, anyway, catch you all later. I shall see you Monday morning when we get on with that job. Just a little thing. Oh, tell a lie. I'm off quoting again tomorrow, so I'll record that just so you guys can see. Yeah, happy days. Such an amazing job, so entertaining and interesting. Good morning everybody, it is Nick at B&P Paving, and we seem to be having up to now a reasonably nice sunny Monday morning. It's 7:30, I've just arrived on site. We've got another delivery coming of block pavers and washed sand, so I've got to unload that, get things rocking and rolling and organised. Big push this week. Is it possible by Friday? Yes. A lot of variables there, weather dependent. Big old job, big job, nightmare. Yeah, I think we should get done for Friday, but it's going to be a good slog. All kind of depends on the next couple of days, how smooth things go. Just want to say to you guys as well, if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for subscribing. It means a lot. Just make sure you hit the like buttons on the videos, chuck us a comment. I try to reply to everything if I can, although it is getting more and more difficult with the messages. We get hundreds now, so it's quite difficult to stay on top of it all, but I do try. Yeah, so as you saw on the time lapse, I've been to Mackie's and got a little coffee from the drive-through, and I'm going to sit in the van now and just enjoy that and wait for the lorry to come and enjoy looking at this beautiful blue sky this morning. In a minute I'll hop out, we'll get rocking and rolling. So as you can see, John A's have just arrived. I managed to get about half of my coffee down there. I forgot my sunglasses today. It's ever so sunny. It's stupid, isn't it? Bring them when it's cloudy and forget when it's sunny. So yeah, we're just going to I'll set this up now. We'll have a little time lapse, get the lorry unloaded. Perfect timing, means we can hit the ground running, get this area laid today, hopefully. Well, we should do. It's lots more than this area. So the birds have been doing it the weekend, look. Chucking all these little bits of moss off the roof. Chatty little buggers. Anyway, better crack on. And again, for people who are new to the channel, let me explain why I get here early to meet the lorries. It's because it's very important where things are placed. Like this could be delivered, I get here, it was on the pavement, but I can make things a lot easier for ourselves and the lads. So for example, I'm going to take the blocks off the lorry, I'm going to put them on the driveway sort of here, as we did Friday. So it just minimises the distance the lads have to travel by hand, so it speeds up the process, and also it's less labour intensive for them. So just little things like that. Like I say, I could roll in at 8 o'clock and it just be dropped off, but it's just, I've done it before in the past and it ends in a nightmare. So it's always best to be organised, and just makes it easier for everybody involved. So right, flick over to this time lapse. Okay, so as you've just seen, John A's have just been and dropped off the gear we need to continue. So we shall begin our quest of loading sand into here, screeding it, laying it. That's today's job, get that all laid up, hopefully set the manholes maybe. Still a lot of work to do. Then tomorrow we'll probably cut all this driveway in, get this front completed. Wednesday, back completed. Thursday, Friday, snagging, bitting and bobbing, whackering, so on and so forth. I've got to gravel this planter up. That's coming Thursday morning, it's already ordered, so we've got to get all the clear, raked around, probably need some stone in here to be honest, a couple of ton. Yeah, it's starting to look like a job. Okay, so we're all screeded up now. It's taken quite a while, quite technical, the levels, and there's all different folds and so on. So it's took us a while now. It's about, what, 12 o'clock. So we'll get this laid up now. I'll set that to a little time lapse. We'll get this all laid, get all these blocks in and be done with it. Okay, so we are making progress. As you've just seen, we've got majority of this laid now. It's gone around the manholes. It's all what we call, I call it dry laid. I'm not sure why, but it's dry laid. It means it's not complete. Then I'm going to finish this area up. It's around here now. I might drop back and do a bit of cutting today. Just have a bit of an easy one. It's been every morning. And then carry on with it. Carry on with the cutting tomorrow. Everything will go clean down and wash down, get on top of things. It's hard work. In it folds there? Huh? No. He don't know what I said. He's just saying no for the sake of it. Okay, so as I was saying, we're all laid up now. As you can see, Connell's marking up now to drop these borders in. Versus marking up at the top. I'm going to start cutting with the steel saws, getting that all dropped in. Ready for the cutting in folds there. We've got 2 days, 2.5. Should be sound. Machine's going shortly. We'll get all this cleared tomorrow. It'll start looking like a driveway tomorrow. Get all this cleaned down, all this muck off it. We'll wash it down. We'll leaf blower it. We'll get it all clean, all the road clean. Got a bit too much sand, so I'm going to have to get rid of some of that. I think a couple of ton really. Probably get rid of. Yeah, plenty to be getting on with. So yeah, the next couple of days, just me cutting in, snagging, backing up. Happy days. Good morning, everybody. It is, I think, Tuesday morning, and we're in a dusty, messy paradise. So we've got here this morning. The boys stopped back yesterday afternoon quite late, and they've done a majority of the cutting down here. You can see these lines, it's a bit dusty now, but it's all been cut, ready to drop borders in. So today's job, however, is we are going to complete the driveway to this point. So we're going to cut all these borders in, concrete them, put all these borders in, concrete them, get around this drain, done everything, and then tomorrow we've already got a head start on here. We'll get all these borders in, do the manholes, everything else. So a fair lot to be getting on with. Should be entertaining. Shouldn't it, folds there? Should be entertaining. There's nothing more I love than getting fucking silica dust in my nostrils and burning my lungs out and giving me cancer. Brilliant. The man, the myth, the legend. See Connor just put a string line up, look, little pink one. That's his personally favourite string line, isn't it?
Mate,
it's got a softer side.
The boys wink.
Pink to make the boys. I had another joke for that, I'm going to leave it.
Yeah, you can't do that, mate.
No. Yeah, so just mark these up now. I'm going to go cut them. Off we go. Okay, so we're getting there. Borders are going in. Obviously, you have to ignore the mess at the minute. This is always how it looks, as you guys well know. We were just about to give it a jet wash down. However, yet again, 3 weeks this time, the jet wash is packed up again. I tell you now, the absolute Rammel should be ashamed of themselves. So I'm off to try and fix it now, or get a new one, or do something. But we're getting there. Ryan's started prepping the tarmac ready. Going to break this all out, get it nice and square, whacker it all, and we'll get a new surface put on it. Ready for concrete. And Cornelius is here. Skiving off school holidays, doing note. And yeah, it's all coming together. Okay, so just got back. I've managed to find a jet wash attachment. It's an old one. They're not as powerful as the other one. I'm not buying another jet wash. I give up. If it breaks again, which if this doesn't work, I am going to buy a bucket and a sponge, and I'm going to do it with a toothbrush, because I'm not spending any more money on jet washes. I'm sick to death of them. So I see. I think we already said. Folsey's just running these last borders in. Got a bit of tinkering about to do. Most of it's all in. Tarmac's about ready now. This border's all in here, ready to be concreted. Tarmac's been cut ready, so they're just finishing that up now. That's going in. I'm just going to give it a once over jet wash. Bit of a pointless exercise to an extent, but just keep on top of it. It'll just build up the dirt, make it a bigger job at the end. So I've got a bit of a free half an hour. I'll give it all a wash down now, so I'll flicker it to time lapse and we'll get that done. Okay, so that's it all jet washed, as you've just seen. All the boards are in now, getting ready to mix up. We're going to concrete all the sides in. We'll go around there, do these little snaggy bits, these little triangles missing. We always do that last. So hopefully by the end of play today, we'll be completed to this section of the driveway, and then tomorrow's that area. Then we've got Thursday, Friday finishing up, planters, so on and so forth. So Folds is ecstatic about the whole thing. He's been excited all day to get finished, hasn't he, Folds? So let's just crack on. Morning everybody, it's Nick at B&P Paving. It is Wednesday morning and we are blessed with a beautiful day. So fingers crossed we can get things done. Are you guys ready for this? It is starting to look like a driveway. Got a tarmac that's coming shortly. It's a bit of an awkward, horrible shape. However, the pavement was in a terrible condition when we got here. We haven't factored in the cost of this, so we've had to do it as minimal as we could to get away with. So it still ain't great, but it's going to be better than it was. But again, this is really an addition for free for the customer. So if he wants it all sorted, he's going to have to get somebody in to sort it properly at some point. We can't, you know, I mean, it's probably £300 a tarmac going down the Swanee. So we're all in, we're all laid up, all concreted in. The whole front is in. Chris has done some nice little drainage things. I don't know what you call them. What would you call them, Chris? Bodges. Chris has done some nice little bodges around the drain. Now he's boxed them in quite nice. That's all done. So we're sort of done to the heart. The whole front's done, ready, bar sand and whackering. So today's work or jobs will be run the borders in here. It's already been cut, some of it. Chris is going to set the manholes. We're just doing a mix now, getting that ready. Man like Folds there, taking the cuts out to get rid of. It's quite frightening how much block paver we throw away, really, isn't it? You don't throw away like 2 packs every job, a pack. On a job this size, it'd be about a pack of actual cuts that go. Can't use them. So yeah, so we'll get us all laid in today, finished up, wash it all down. Might sand and whacker the front today. Probably will actually, just to give us a head start tomorrow. That means we've only got to do this bit tomorrow, which is nice. Again, depending if we can get rid of them bloody blocks off the drive, need to sort that out. Right, so anyway, I'm not sure what we're doing first, but we'll flick over in a minute and we'll do something and show you what we're doing. Okay, so me and Connell have just had to nip to B&Q to get some soil. Well, we got sent for coffees. However, in the meantime, Chris has installed the new step. He's just having a quick coffee. He's going to get on putting these recessed lids in, so we'll flick over to a time lapse and we'll show you us doing that. Yeah, not much to it now. Just, you know, final stretch be done today. The driveway, wash it all down, and get it completed. Maybe tomorrow if we're lucky. It'd be nice early finish. We'll see. But yeah, we've still got all this to knock about, membrane, gravel, so on. So look at them, look, doing bloody nothing as usual. See that? That's how you do it. Why we've been doing that, Christopher's been doing this one. So we'll do the same again now. We'll just float around it and get all the blocks laid in. Oh, what is happening over here?
Sexual harassment.
Sexual harassment panda.
I'll sue.
So as you just seen, that's the second manhole in. So we're ready to start cutting now. Unfortunately, we have to put the cameras away for that because we get caked in dust. But yeah, it is definitely coming together. Okay, so it's a bit difficult to see at the minute because we've got tools and things on here. But when I originally came to quote this job, we quoted to do this back patio area and the driveway. However, when we come back, they've got another company in to do it. And it's just, It's very difficult. I don't want to criticise as such.
Wank.
Yeah, but so aesthetically, it's not that bad. I've seen worse. I mean, there's a few little haunching things. I kind of get it. They could have put it on, just little cosmetics. Like example, this. I mean, in terms of structurally, it's sound, but they've just put block pavers on edges. I mean, they could have just got a nice curb in. It probably cost them about what, £2 more to put a nice curb down here, things like that. However, detracting from how it looks, which isn't, it's not the worst I've ever seen. This is the problem with it, is design and structurally, this is what people don't take into account. So what they've done is they've installed the patio. Now, when I priced, I was going to take it down to this level here, run it through and have more sleepers at the back, and to keep the cost down, what they've done is they've lifted the level up and it's all falling towards the house. However, they've just installed no drainage. I imagine the original patio is still underneath. So what's now happening is, when it rains torrentially or over a couple of days, or one of those really bad days, this is all filling with water, and the customer's requiring us to get the water to come back from here along here to this drain in this corner. However, it runs uphill, so it just puddles this. You can't get rid of the water, which will eventually lead to damp in this area. So just a warning, like, I know things sometimes, you know, they're probably what, a couple of grand cheaper maybe, because that's what it would have costed to get out and get rid of it and reduce the level.
More than a couple of grand when the...
Yeah, but I was going to say, so it would have been a couple of grand to do it structurally, or, you know, to British standards, so it was safe. However, you know, when you get damp and mushrooms growing up your kitchen wall, it's going to cost you more than a couple of grand. And I tell you now, if something isn't done here, or this drainage isn't sorted, it's definitely going to cause problems. Like, it literally, like, if we've just had the hose on it for a couple of minutes, and I mean, it's drained away a little bit now, but it's like, this is like, goes to like 2-3 inch deep. So yeah, it's not good, especially with the current weather we're having. So anyway, just wanted to bore you all to death with that, show you what's what. Rock and roll. Absolutely no rest for the wicked. I've just arrived on site. It is 7:30 and John A's teams are already here. The driveway is, however, complete. Boss sanding, whackering and gravelling, which we're about to do now. The man's just about to unload the gravel, so we'll flick over the time lapse. Boys finished this area up yesterday. I've got this horrible suspicion we've run out of borders here, so I need to go fetch like 10 bricks or 20 bricks or something, but such is life. They could have told me yesterday though, but they just wait till I get to work, instead of, I could have made arrangements or ordered them and got them on this lorry for example. But anyway, pay peanuts and all that. So yeah, anyway, I'll flick over to time lapse. Let's get his van unloaded. Okay, so as you've just seen, John A's have been and gone. Gravel has arrived. This is another £200 a tonne aggregate. What do we call it, Folds there? Polar
ice, is it?
Polar ice, I think.
That's it. Something like
She's
that.
a beauty, very sought after. A very popular gravel at the minute. So we'll get all this planter. I see it's been loosely membraned and gravelled. Ooh, I don't think it'll be enough there. I hope we don't have to buy any more, because it's £177 a tonne. Whackering all this, sanding, gravelling. It's a big drive. Bit tired of big drives at the minute. Too much in it. So, right, we better get on. Okay, so the lads are just putting some kiln sand down. I'm going to lightly coat the top, well, quite heavily coat the top, then we compact it and it whackers into the joints. Best way of doing it. Unfortunately, with the weather, sometimes it's not that simple. You have to do it without or whatever. But ideally, get your sand on top, whacker the sand in, and it actually like vibrates and compacts the sand into the driveway as you whacker in. Best way to do it. Lado here shifting this gravel, getting all that in. Me and Chris have probably gone a little coffee mission. Get some more kiln sand because we ain't going off. Okay, so as you've just seen, Connell's just giving it all a good whacker. We're now brushing the sand in. We'll flick over to the time lapse for that. The gravel's near enough all knocked out. We've left a bit of surplus here. That's for down the sides and the gravel chaps around the property. Make it all look tidy. Should be good.
Which video did I get?
Okay, so we are all brushed in because just washing, finishing rinsing everything down. We like to give it a wash off after it does get a bit dusty. These things never look like a brochure when they're completed first off. Probably takes a couple of weeks of rain to settle in and everything, get all the dust off. Bit of a window cleaner. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how it's looking. It's all in, clean, gravelled. Big job, man. I don't know what's going on. Seems to me like people think they need parking for 95 cars at the minute, which I'm not complaining, but it's back-breaking work. So let's check this back. Nope, not happy. That needs a good clean down. Let's get all that washed down. This back's still dirty, you know. Patio.
You turn that off?
No, not yet. I'm saying the back just needs washed down still. Yeah, we're nearly there. Glad to see the back of this one, to be honest. It's absolutely back-breaking. Right, that is the job complete. Thursday lunch. We'll have a long weekend, to be honest. I'm knackered, I've had enough. Just want to get paid, go and lick my wounds, get paid, get upset about how much I got paid for all the hard work I've done, and sit in the house being Mardy all weekend, not spending anything. That's my life. So anyways, I shall flick over and we'll do the little finishing job. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and have a great Sunday. Here we go.